Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding for your first alert.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Parker's Kitchen is my new daily coffee stop.
Gourmet beans are freshly ground for every cup. Get your own cup of great tasting, freshly brewed coffee at Parker's Kitchen.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
And welcome to your Monday afternoon. Courtney Hicks, First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton here. All girl power today. We'll take it. And it's serious issues when it comes to the weather and how it affects some of these natural occurrences like the wildfires. It seems to be on everybody's mind, especially those in the South Carolina area. It is just really unbelievable to hear some of the reports that we've already heard thus far.
Yeah, I was telling Riley earlier, I was like, pictures that we're seeing coming from the Myrtle Beach area looks like it's in California.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't look
really
like
does.
Stuff that we see here, but the whole state of South Carolina is under that burn ban. And here's a look at a burn that's in Georgia, actually. This is just off of Clarks Hill Lake in McDuffie County. You can see lots of smoke in the air right now, but thankfully today we're not seeing as strong of wind gusts. So this is a prescribed burn. This is not a wildfire. They are doing this to help prevent the possibility of wildfire out there. So again, this is controlled, and they had planned for this, but very low dew points out there right now. They do not recommend anybody out there just to burn leaves or things like that. This is not the time to be doing that. Again, this is prescribed, and they had this planned. 63 though, current temperature at the moment. We are going to see a warm forecast for us the next couple of days, but we do have a first alert in effect, and that is not even for this elevated fire danger. We have severe storms headed our way come Wednesday. I'll tell you more about that coming up.
All right, thank you, Emily. We're going to stay with these wildfires for a moment. First at 4, developing story in South Carolina. As we mentioned, wildfires are raging around Myrtle Beach, and new video from a doorbell camera shows the moment flames erupted near the front yard of a home in Horry County. And those fires continue to burn. Air quality alerts are also going into effect. Dave Melkoff is in Myrtle Beach with the latest.
This is absolutely insane.
Drivers faced a wall of wildfire smoke on a highway near Myrtle Beach Monday. Local fire officials expect the haze to stick around for another few days as they work to contain the fires.
We advise everyone to stay inside and stay out of the smoke. And if you see flames, call 911.
Volunteer firefighter Desmond Bowen says he's amazed to be part of such a huge emergency response.
I hadn't seen this many fire trucks and firefighters and only on TV.
South Carolina's biggest wildfire in more than 15 years forced evacuations over the weekend. The governor declared a state of emergency and issued an outdoor burning ban. And this is part of the problem right here. Listen to this. I'm going to put it right up to my microphone. That is crispy fuel for this fire. Fires need the fuel, they need low humidity, they need high heat, and they need high winds, and that's what they got.
By the time that you go and try to find an extinguisher or a water source, it's already beyond control.
Crews were able to keep these massive flames away from homes over the weekend.
It was a little bit scary with flames coming out of the tops of trees near homes.
And volunteers say they will continue to offer food and aid for as long as the firefighters need it. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And right now, authorities say they've made an arrest after a 14-year-old girl was killed in a hit-and-run along Augusta Road. This happened Friday night. Officials say this man, Terry Sizemore, hit 14-year-old Faith Williams before driving off. Authorities tell us Williams was a passenger on a dirt bike that was traveling north on the sidewalk when it hit a mailbox, sending the bike flying into the road. Police say that's when Sizemore drove by and hit the teen before leaving the scene. Now Faith's family tells us they're still coping with this tragedy.
Faith was a very beautiful person, had a very big heart, and she loved to make people happy. And she loved to make herself look beautiful because she was. She was just all around great kid, do things for others and not expect much in return.
And police say Sizemore turned himself in late last night. He's facing charges for hit and run with death. And today, President Trump is meeting with his national...
Well, we have a first alert issued for Wednesday for that chance of strong to severe storms. We're going to be tracking that and the burn ban going on in South Carolina. I'll tell you more about both of those in your 7-day forecast coming up.
Time and temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team. Introducing the First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
After an accident, consider this. Insurance companies track the results of law firms. They know which ones ignore lowball offers and file lawsuits, and which ones have never seen the inside of a courtroom. If your lawyer has a reputation for settling cheap, what kind of offer do you think you'll get? I'm Austin Jackson. At my law firm, insurance companies respect us because we stand up for our clients. Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
And today is the last day to buy what could be some of your favorite drinks at Starbucks. Coming up, which beverages are about to get the axe? We will soon see, Emily.
All right, yeah, I have to wait for that one there. We have a first alert, though, in effect for Wednesday. We are tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms pushing through our area. I'll have a check on this in your 7-day forecast coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
This right here is...
Our First Alert commitment to you is the power of 5 meteorologists, all the tools, the latest technology, and the first team of 5 meteorologists. News 12's First Alert weather on your side.
Well, here's a look at the next 7 days here. We have a little bit of everything for us. Temperatures, though, really not fluctuating too terribly bad, but we'll see those 70s by tomorrow afternoon. Very windy conditions, though, expected for our Tuesday. We have a first alert in effect for your Wednesday. That's going to be for that chance of strong to severe storms. We have a line that's going to be pushing through early in the morning, going to cause some strong wind gusts, and we could see heavy rainfall. That's definitely going to be expected. Some thunderstorms along with that. A small tornado risk, but again, that's on the lower end. The major threat right now is going to be those strong wind gusts for us. Things will calm down for your Thursday. Friday, we'll warm back up into those upper 60s, and then we'll see the 70s for our weekend. An isolated shower possible both Saturday and Sunday. Things are looking a lot calmer and better for the start of next week. So I'm looking forward to next Monday. Just got to get through the next 7 days.
All right, same here. Thanks, Emily. In Aiken County, a major project aimed at bringing more businesses and apartments to Aiken Town Park. It all continues to grow, and the city manager says they're almost at full occupancy, and a couple of businesses have opened, like Chicken Salad Chick and iMart. The developer says the area will become a unique place to live.
So we felt there was a void there, and then the opportunity to make this a walkable mixed-use project, and was just recently there and seeing how close it will be to a park, to retail, to restaurants. It makes it an exciting place to live.
Very cool. Long expects the park and new businesses will open by summertime. And a recall alert for car seats that could put your kids in danger. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says harness hip anchorage retention hooks could bend on seats made by Columbus Trading Partners, causing the anchor pin to loosen and the harness strap to detach. That could lead to things like whiplash and other neck injuries. Impacted by car seat models are here on your screen. Owners should expect to get a letter from Columbus Trading Partners along with a kit to fix the problem. And American Airlines is aiming to make your boarding process a little smoother and faster. Beginning May 1st, the airline will add additional 5 minutes to overall boarding time on all flights. American says the extra time will allow passengers to get settled and give flight attendants more time to monitor how much space is left in overhead bins, potentially cutting down on the odds that your bag will be tapped for a gate check-in. Now, in the months ahead, American also plans to roll out new technology that ensures passengers stick to their assigned boarding group. And Starbucks is trimming its menu. Today is the last day for 13 drinks from the coffee giant. In addition to several frappuccinos, Starbucks is tossing the iced matcha lemonade, white hot chocolate, and the Royal English breakfast latte. In a statement, Starbucks execs say most of the drinks being cut aren't especially big sellers, and they take longer to prepare, slowing down customer service. A St. Louis woman was inspired by her mother's journey to help others. Steve Harris here's how she's using dolls for memory care, and tagged along for a recent visit paid to dementia patients in today's The Good Side.
Where's Perlita?
It's adoption day at Del Mar Gardens North.
You got the prettiest little baby girl here.
Some of these residents are about to become proud parents.
And the baby's name is Major.
Of a new baby doll.
Something that they can love on, and they can dress and give it a name, hold it, and share it with the other residents.
Courtesy of an organization called Angel Embrace. Their goal is to bring comfort and companionship to people living with Alzheimer's or dementia through the gift of a baby doll.
She was 90-some years old, and she still loved her baby doll.
Debbie Moore founded the group in honor of her mother, who had Alzheimer's and loved baby dolls.
And so we always made sure she had one with her at the memory care home, and she would carry it with her all the time. She'd feed it, she would talk to it, she'd sleep with it, you know. And what happened is that we noticed that the other residents were also drawn to those baby dolls.
She does her homework.
He's a little chef. He's a chef because Charlene is a chef.
Each doll is customized to reflect the personality and life experience of its new parent.
Our goal is to spark a sweet memory for each of them. We pray over every doll that it bring comfort and companionship and peace to the person receiving it.
Okay, so where do the dolls come from? Well, they're a small organization, so Debbie pays for them with the help of some friends and family and a small church. But she says her payback is priceless.
Something as small as just a baby doll, you know, can change somebody's day and can change their life.
Well, there is a burn ban in place for the entire state of South Carolina, and we have rain on the way. I'll have a check on your full forecast coming up.
Also coming up, St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner. We've got you covered on how you can have some early St. Patty's Day fun. Stay close.
Jancy can fix your sink.
And happy top of the month to you. And with March brings St. Patrick's Day, it is just around the corner. And we've got you covered on an early way to celebrate. Through the 21st, the 5th annual Shamrocks in the Park Scavenger Hunt is underway in Columbia County. You can stop by the Visitor Center for a checklist and a map that's going to guide you to the Shamrocks for a chance to win a St. Patrick's Day themed prize. You can participate from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Emily.
All right, well, that looks like a lot of fun there. I think Saturday's weather should be pretty decent for us, thankfully so. Right now, we're dealing with the burn ban for the entire state of South Carolina. There are wildfires going on there right now, very dry conditions as well. Temperatures right now in the middle 60s. Overnight tonight will cool off, but our next big story is that this line of showers and thunderstorms, it's going to develop really early tomorrow, pushing through the state of Mississippi Tuesday into Alabama late overnight and into Georgia early Wednesday morning. This is around 1 a.m. what we can expect. Again, heavy showers and thunderstorms, some strong wind gusts as well. We can expect to see that in our area as early as 4, 5 a.m. Should be out of our hair, though, by midday, but take a look at the timestamp here, 7:30. That's going to be our morning commute. So just know Wednesday, it is going to be very breezy. We are going to have heavy rainfall, and strong thunderstorms are definitely going to be a possibility as we start off our day Wednesday. By the time the afternoon rolls around, though, it is looking a lot better for us. So that's some good news, but just know it is going to stay breezy for the next couple of days. Here's tomorrow evening. Those wind gusts could be up to 20, 30 miles per hour, and then overnight, those wind gusts will start to increase significantly for us. So it is going to be a very breezy Wednesday. Hey, stick with us. We have more news and weather coming up.
You're invited to the Rooms to Go anniversary sale. Save on new Rooms to Go.
You're watching News 12, first at 4. Continues.
And we are back, hopefully helping you ease into now your Monday, soon-to-be evening. Thank you so much for joining us, Courtney Hicks. I'm here with First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton. And you guys in the Weather Center are watching some interesting developments on the South Carolina side. And it's also so interesting how weather is either the main factor or plays a big factor on how they fight these fires, if those fires have what they need to keep burning. And it becomes really a big issue, especially with those involved. We're talking about residents, the firefighters, and then the air quality creeping over our side, over on this side too, from up that way.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there's a lot that can feed into it. Weather is, I would say, the main factor. Obviously, you have to have a heat source to get them started, but we have really dry conditions right now, and that's just adding fuel to the fire, literally. Very dry conditions. Here's a look right now. This is actually at Clark's Hill. This is a burn that was prescribed. They are doing this to help keep the habitat in a good condition for us. So that isn't anything to worry about if you are driving in that area and you see that. That is not one of those wildfires that's in the state of South Carolina. This is in Georgia. Dew points, though, like I said, right around that 18-degree mark. It is very dry out there right now, and that's why we are saying you definitely do not need to be burning anything recreationally or things like that. It is going to be very dry out there for our evening. 63 though, current temperature right now. Going to continue to drop overnight tonight, but we have some storms in our forecast. I'll tell you when, and a look on your 7-day coming up.
All right, thank you, Emily. We'll stand by. Developing now, firefighters are working against dry and windy conditions as they battle wildfires in South Carolina, as we just mentioned. Now, at last checked, 108 fires were burning across more than 5,400 acres of South Carolina just today. The largest fire, dubbed the Carolina Forest Fire, about 5 miles north of Myrtle Beach, is roughly 1,600 acres with 30% containment. Evacuations are underway, and South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster has declared a state of emergency to support wildfire efforts across the state. President Trump says and back here at home, a woman is behind bars accused of killing another woman. Deputies responded to a home on Richmond Hill Road West Saturday morning and found the victim, 45-year-old Yolanda Epps, suffering from a gunshot wound. She later died. And upon further investigation, the sheriff's office says investigators arrested 26-year-old Keandra McBride. She's now charged with Epps' murder. And calling the sheriff's office with information is one of the best ways to help investigators find solutions. We found out there are nearly 200 unsolved cases, and one person is in charge of that entire unit. Officials with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office want you to give them a call if you know anything about any investigation, saying every little detail helps. And we also checked with Sheriff Brantley on efforts to crack down on guns in Augusta. In the last 3 years, more than 200 people have died from violence. Sheriff Brantley says they have 2 crime suppression teams whenever needed who tackle high crime spots, traffic, and narcotic cases. So far this year, 187 arrests have been made by those teams, 99 of them being felony cases. And a benefit event called Legacy on.
Well, we have a burn ban in place for the entire state of South Carolina. There's an elevated fire risk for a good portion of the CSRA. And we also are tracking heavy rainfall midweek. I'll tell you more about all of this and your 7-day coming up.
The CSRA is where we were born, where we live, where we work, where we're raising our families. It's our home. That's why the people of the CSRA count on us after an accident, because they know about our skill in the courtroom, how we treat clients like family, how we love this community, and the people who proudly call it home. We're just a call or click away. Injured? When you need me, call me. I'm your Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
Create your
You can't handle the roof.
Well, we have very dry conditions this evening, and there is a burn ban for the entire state of South Carolina. Here's a look at our Thurman Dam cam, though. They do have a prescribed burn for hazard reduction over, again, in McDuffie County along the Clarks Hill Lake area. But let's check out the dew points. It is very dry out there. Thankfully, the winds are not as strong today, but that's going to increase as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Very dry conditions currently. Those dew points are in the teens, so that is helping add fuel to the fire literally as we go throughout the next couple of days for us. We have that elevated fire danger through 8 p.m. tonight, and again, that's in correlation with that burn ban for the state of South Carolina. We'll get the relief in the form of rainfall come midweek, but we do have a first alert issued for that heavy showers and thunderstorms going to be moving through. Some strong wind gusts expected. This is for all of our counties here in the CSRA. That will be early in the morning hours come Wednesday. So let's take a look at that. Dry right now, mostly clear skies, but things will take a turn as we go throughout the early morning hours Wednesday. This is the setup for us. Here's Tuesday afternoon, already moving into the state of Mississippi, going to be pushing through the state of Alabama and Georgia. Here's around 1 a.m. Wednesday. We can see that line moving through the greater part of the central part of Georgia. Then that's going to be pushing into our area here in the CSRA, probably as early as 4 or 5 a.m. And it's going to be impacting us here in Augusta, the central part of the CSRA, probably around that morning commute time. So make sure you are prepared for that. Good news is, should be out of our hair by the midday for us. So here's a little bit of a closer look at what we can expect. Relatively chilly for the start of your Tuesday. Warming up, though, for the afternoon into those 70s. And then by the time we get to Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to see those strong wind gusts, heavy thunderstorms likely, and we'll see frequent lightning. Once that's out of our hair, though, we're going to be dealing with strong wind gusts really throughout the greater part of the day. We'll warm up into those 70s for your Wednesday afternoon, but I'll have a check on your forecast one more time and your 7-day coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Emily. Thinking about home renovation coming up, why you need to make sure your budget can handle any surprises before you get started. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a
$5 a day.
Need credit? Don't sweat it. If you've got a job, you write.
$5 markdown days at Evans Kia in Evans, Georgia. EvansKia.com. Our First Alert has always given you the edge against severe weather. And now, with our new First Alert radar network, First just got even faster. With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street, First just got faster.
Well, here's a look at our Super 7-day. Overnight tonight, we'll drop off into the 30s again, warming up into the 70s tomorrow afternoon, and that's when we're going to start to see those wind gusts start to increase for us, anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour possible late in the evening Tuesday. Now Wednesday, we are going to have a line of showers and thunderstorms move through, and that's why we've issued a first alert for strong wind gusts, and again, thunderstorms are going to be likely really starting as early as 4 a.m., lasting until about mid-morning for us. And so we have that first alert. Just know your morning commute is going to be a little bit rough for your Wednesday, and it's going to stay windy throughout the rest of the day. Wednesday, wind gusts could get up to 40 miles per hour at times. Once we get into Thursday, we'll calm down a little bit, but still pretty breezy out there. Here's a look at those wind gusts, though, that I'm talking about Tuesday. Once we get into the afternoon, it's going to start to increase for us. And check out Wednesday. Again, close to 40 miles per hour, really throughout the greater part of the day for us. So we have a windy Wednesday in store for us, Courtney.
There's all kinds of things coming at us.
Yes.
For the weather team. Appreciate you, Emily. All right, now to a consumer alert for anyone looking to purchase a home this spring, as it seems like the housing market is shifting in favor of buyers in many parts of the country. According to a recent Redfin analysis, there were 3.7 months of for sale supply on the market in January. That means it would take more than 3 months to sell all the homes that were listed for sale in the month of January. It's the most in 6 years and points to a housing market where sellers are slowly losing leverage after years of having the upper hand. Generally, more than 4 months of supply sitting up for sale indicates a full tilt buyer's market. Speaking of homes, renovating your home isn't just about improving the aesthetics. It's also about making sure your biggest financial asset is going to thrive. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa takes a look at some tips and trends for homeowners renovations in 2025.
Homeowners spent $472 billion on home renovations in the third quarter of last year, and that spending is projected to increase in 2025. Almost half of all homeowners will take on renovation projects in the spring or summer. Abby Drexler is an analyst with This Old House research team. She looked at data from the Joint Center for Housing Studies and the National Association of Realtors to find out the biggest home trends going into 2025. Drexler says kitchens and bathrooms are still the most common target areas for homeowners, and improving your flooring, meaning adding hardwood floors, is another common project people are undertaking. Adding wallpaper or painting walls was also in the top 3 list of projects for 2025. She says you need to make a list of projects for yourself that you want to tackle and then prioritize the most important.
It might be nice to have a fresh paint, but is that as important as if your roof needs to be repaired, right? Or if you need more insulation. So I think it just kind of been focusing on what matters most, and I can help go through dollar a little bit more, how to prioritize your dollar if you only have, enough for certain upgrades.
30% of people she surveyed plan to use credit cards to pay for these projects. She says be careful going into debt, and if possible, try to save up some money for a project. And as you're budgeting for a renovation, factor in a 20% cushion if possible, because renovations rarely stick to the original budget. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
And now to Hollywood's big night of the year. It was really a good show. The 97th Academy Awards. The independent film Anora took home the most Oscars, including top honors for Best Picture. Kaylee Hartung is in Los Angeles with the wrap-up.
Anora. Overnight Anora, shimmering in Oscar gold. The independent film dancing its way to 5 wins, including Best Picture, Best Director, and a surprise Best Actress statue for 25-year-old Mikey Madison.
I grew up in Los Angeles, but Hollywood always felt so far away from me. So to be here, standing in this room today is really incredible.
The film's director, Sean Baker, tying Walt Disney for most Oscar wins in a night.
This film was made on the blood, sweat, and tears of incredible indie artists, and long-lived independent film. Yeah.
For the second time in his career, Adrian Brody won Best Actor honors. This time for his role as a Holocaust survivor in The Brutalist.
I believe if the past can teach us anything, it's a reminder to not let hate go unchecked.
But the supporting actor category saw 2 first-time winners.
Kieran
Culkin, who won for A Real Pain, teasing his wife about her promise to have another child if he won an Oscar.
Say to you, Jazz, love of my life, Eve Little Faith. No pressure. I love you.
Zoe Saldana clinching Oscar gold for Amelia Perez. In an emotional speech, Saldana dedicating the award to her family.
I am a proud child of immigrant parents with dreams and dignity and hardworking hands.
Oscars host Conan O'Brien honoring LA's firefighters, and in a history-making win, Wicked costume designer Paul Tazwell bringing the audience to their feet.
I'm the first black man to receive a costume design award.
Well, we have a first alert in effect for Wednesday for that chance of strong to severe storms. I'll have a check on that and your 7-day forecast coming up.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Everybody wants.
Well, we have a nice evening for us, maybe a little bit on the chillier side, but if you have any outdoor activities you want to get done, really is going to be a nice evening. 63 current temperature right now. Will slowly but surely drop off overnight tonight, but nowhere near as cold as what we have been seeing for us in those early morning lows. Current dew point, though, very dry out there, and that's what's helping fuel these fires in the state of South Carolina, and they are under a burn ban until further notice. So just know it is very dry, crisp air for us. We're going to warm up as we get into the midweek. We have a first alert in effect for Wednesday.
Yep, coming up on Live at 5. Stay close.
This is not you.
It's not me.
Real people,